So dear students, so today our topic is introduction to female reproductive system, so as well as the puberty changes in male and as well as in the female. So regarding the female reproductive system, so it is a consist of a pair of ovaries, there is a two in number, then ovaries along with the fallopian tubes, then uterus, cervix, then vagina, so as well as the external genital organs, so they are situated in the pelvic regions, and also a pair of the mammary gland. So these are comes under the female reproductive system, so they are helpful for to maintain the reproductions in the females. So regarding the ovaries, so they are produces and responsible for the development of the eggs. Okay, so when the female, so they reaches to the puberty stage or puberty age. So on that time, the ovaries, so with the help of the follicular cells, so they are involved in the development. So they are smaller in diameters. So when they are matured under the influence of the various hormones like estrogen, progesterone, so those follicles, so they are developed into Graafian follicles regarding the 30 there in the diameters or their size. So then, so those Graafian follicles once again under the influence of the various hormones, so they are ruptured. Then these are responsible for to release of the ovum. So that phenomena or process is known as the ovulations. So exactly in the menstrual cycle, so if it is started suppose in the first date, so then after 14 to 15 days, so that period, so where the ovaries can be released the ovum. So that period is the actually name as the ovulations. So when so that ovum, so when they are subjected to these sperms, so then only the fertilizations was possible in the fallopian tubes. Okay, if the female, so that lady will be having the, that is a normal menstrual cycle around 28 days. So where the 14 to 16 days, so that period was known as the ovulation. So before up to 14 days, the ovums, it was modified, the follicles are developed, and follicles, they are nothing but, so they are the immature eggs. So they are present in the birth in the ovaries. Okay, around 1.5 lakhs to 5 lakhs. That much of the immature follicles or eggs, so they are present in the ovaries. So when the menstrual cycle was started, so then only, so these follicles under the influence of the various hormones, so their growth, then they are responsible for the formations of the ovum. So that ovum can releases by the ovaries to the fallopian tubes. It means the major functions of the ovaries is the produce and as well as the development of the eggs, so that was required for the fertilizations. If they do not got the sperms, so they was excreted from the bodies. Okay, so next one, that is the organs of the female reproductive system, so that was known as the fallopian tubes are also known as a oviducts. So the major role of fallopian tubes, so it was involved in the transports of the eggs into a uterus, and also it is acts as a site for the fertilizations. So where the ovum, so it can interact with the sperms, that was known as the, that is the fusion of the sperms with the ovum, so that was known as fertilization. And fallopian tubes of each, so they are the site for the fertilizations. Then regarding the uterus, so this is the locations of the uterus and this one is the fallopian tubes, and these are the two in the ovary. So that's why they are the female, so they should be containing of the two pair, that is the one pair of ovaries and one pair of the fallopian tubes, but the uterus, that should be the one. Okay, so regarding the uterus, so uterus, it can support the development of the embryo. Okay, whatever the egg that was fertilized, so that was further, it can attach the wall of the uterus. Okay, So where it can undergo the development. So that uterus, it can provide the place for the development of the womb or the development of the embryo. So that was known as the gestations. So that gestations, it was occurs in the uterus. So regarding the another part, so that was known as the cervix. Okay, so cervix, it can allow the passage between the uterus and as well as the vagina. So that is the major role of the cervix. It can create the passage between the uterus and as well as the vagina. So next one, that was known as the vagina, that is the external part. So it can receive the penis during the intercourse. So as well as it can act as the birth canal, and also it is helpful for the passage of the menstrual flow. And next organ comes under the female reproductive system. So that was known as the that is the breast. So the mammary glands. So the, once again they having the pair of the mammary glands. So there comes under the female reproductive system. So the functions of mammary gland. So they are produces and as well as to deliver the milk. So these are the various organs or associated organs. So there comes under the female reproductive system. So regarding the function, the female reproductive system, it can support the process of the ovulation. The ovulation is nothing but the release of the ovum into the fallopian tube. So that phenomena is known as the ovulation. So here the female reproductive system, so it has support the process of the ovulation, as well as the female reproductive system, it can helpful for the to maintain the or regulate the process of the fertilizations, that is the fusions of the sperms so with the ovum. So that phenomena is known as the fertilizations. Then as well as the female reproductive system, so it was helpful for the regulations of the process of pregnancy, the one type of the reproduction. So that was helpful for the development of the infants or womb in the female body under the uterus. So that's why the female reproductive systems, it was play an important role in the generations of the populations, and as well as that is the specially it was helpful for the development of the womb. Okay, so that was required for the that is the productions of the that is the infants or babies. So that can helpful for to continue the our generations. Then also the female reproductive system, it was helpful for to control the birth and as well as that is the child care. So mammary gland, so they can feeding from the mammary gland, so that was helpful for the child care, and birth is also possible with the help of the reproductive systems only. Okay, even in the case of the in utero fertilization, so then also the female reproductive system is required. Only the fertilization, it was occurs outside the body of the female, that is known as the in utero or test tube baby. But finally the development of the and the growth of the that womb, that was required the uterus or female reproductive system. So that's why the female reproductive system, so it was play an important role in the birth as well as the child care. So like that the female reproductive system, it was supports the process of ovulation, fertilizations, pregnancy, and as well as the childbirth and as a child care. So next ones, so regarding the ovaries, so dear students, the ovaries, so they are mainly located in the each side of the lower abdomens. Okay, so this is the locations of the ovaries. So each side, left side and right side of the body in the lower abdomens, so that is the locations of the ovary. Okay, so the ovary, so an and average the length of the ovary is a 4 centimeter long, 2 centimeter wide, and should be the 1.5 centimeter in a thick. Okay, so thickness was increases so when the menstrual cycle was started. So in the birth, so that was the less. Okay, it is look like a sponge like structures. Okay, but so as the menstrual cycle started, so ovary thickness was the increases, so were only the follicles, so they are involved in the ovulations. Okay, so regarding the weight, So and ovaries, weights of the ovaries is a 4 to 8 gram or 0.14 to zero point 0.3 ounce. Okay, so it can connected with the pelvic wall and as well as the uterus, so with the help of the ligaments. Certain ligaments are there, so they are made up of the fibrous tissues, that is the fibrous connective tissues. So those ligaments are fibrous connective tissues, so that was helpful for to ovary can create the connections with the pelvic wall and as well as so with the fallopian tubes or uterus. So one side it can connected with the uterus and another side it can connected with the fallopian tubes and as well as it can connected with the our pelvic wall. It can take the supports from the pelvic wall, so with the help of the ligaments. So those ligaments, so they are made up of the fibrous connective tissues and each ovary, so that consists of the outer cortex and this outer cortex it can consist of the follicles. So those follicles, so they are grow and they are finally, so they are counted into a mature Graafian follicles. So under the influence of the various hormones and as well as it consists of the oocytes, some interstitial cells, those are involved in the secretions of the various hormones. Then as well as it was involved having a inner medulla, so that each inner medulla is consist of the once again interstitial cells, fibrous tissues, blood vessels as well as lymphatic ducts and certain nerves. So this is the associated parts of the each and every ovary, so that was consist of the follicles. So follicles are nothing but immature eggs. So under the influence of the various hormones, so those in follicles, so they are undergo the multiplications. Okay, so they are undergo the not multiplication, that is development. Okay, so time by time under influence of hormones, so their size was reaches. So when the size become 30 mm, so those are known as the mature follicles or Graafian follicles. So you can see in the image. So here, so these are the follicles converted into primordial follicles. Then further, so they are converted into primary follicles. Then primary follicles develop follicles. Then finally, so they are converted into a mature Graafian follicles. And under the influence of the estrogen and progesterone, so they are ruptured the follicles. So then the ovum, so that was liberated to the, that is the fallopian tubes. So that is known as the corpus luteum or corpus albicans. So that was helpful for the release of the ovum into the fallopian tubes. Okay, so regarding the ovaries, so it was involved in the secretions of the various hormones. So ovaries, so they are mainly secreted the estrogen. Okay, so when the puberty starts in the female, so then only the secretions of the female hormones, so that should be from the ovaries. Okay, but in the childhood, still the female will be our girl child, so that girl child will be having the estrogen progesterone in the small quantity, so with the help of the adrenal cortex. But when, so that girl is reaches to the puberty, so ovaries, so are the site for the synthesis of the estrogen, so as well as that is the progesterone, and also the ovaries it can secrete the another hormones like a infibin. Then another one is a, that is the relaxin. Then also it can secrete the small amount of the androgens. So androgens, so that was responsible for to conversions of the estrogen. And androgen is also play an important role in the regulations of the menstrual cycle. So that small quantity, so that was secreted from the ovaries. Even the infibin and relaxins, so they are reflects on the development of the follicles. So those are also secreted from the ovaries along with the estrogen and as well as the progesterones. So estrogen, it can take the overall development of the ovums or follicle into mature follicle, and progesterone, so it was involved in the secretions of the ovums. And the secretions of the estrogen, progesterone or these hormones, so that was mainly depending upon the FSH and LH. It means the ovaries functions, so that was mainly depending upon the follicular stimulating hormones or luteinizing hormones. So these hormones, once again, they are secreted from the anterior pituitary glands under the influence or signals from the hypothalamus. So hypothalamus, so it was responsible for the secretions of the FSH and LH to giving the signal to the anterior pituitary gland. Then these FSH, LHS, LH, they are reaches to the ovaries. Then the ovaries, so it was involved in the secretions of estrogen, progesterone, infibin, relaxin, then as well as the androgen and estrogen, progesterone. So they are involved in the development of the female secondary sexual organs and as well as development of the secondary sexual characters. Even so, they are helpful for the regulations of menstrual cycle, ovulation. Even so, they are helpful for the regulations of the pregnancy. So, as a parts of the development of the secondary sexual characters and organs, and also the estrogen and progesterone, so they are involved in the protein synthesis. So that protein is required for the development of the body. And estrogen, progesterone, so those are also regulate the various functions, normal physiology of the in the female body. Especially the estrogen, it was enhance the HDL level. So that is the beneficial effect. So due to that, it can decrease the risk of the stroke or risk of the atherosclerosis in the female due to the presence of the estrogen. So these are the other functions. So that was regulated by the ovaries through a secretions of estrogen and as well as the progesterone. So next one is the, that is the fallopian tubes. So the female, so that should be, that lady will be should be having the a pair of the fallopian tubes. So fallopian tube, it is the site for the fertilizations. So the ovum, it can meet with the sperms, so in the site of the fallopian tube. So that's why the fallopian tubes, it is known as the site for the fertilization. Then that fertilized ovum, so that can reaches to the wall of the uterus for the where it become the zygote, then blastocyte, then further they are involved in the development that was known as the gestations. But fertilization, so that was occurs in the fallopian tubes. Okay, so fallopian tubes, so they are 10 to 12 centimeter long. So they are extend from the ovary and enter into the uterus. It can seen in your this image. So this is the starting points of the fallopian tubes. So they are starts from the or extend from the ovaries and enter into the uterus. So this is the exact locations of the ovary in the both sides. So they start from the ovary and end in the uterus, and this place, so there are fallopian tubes, so that was play an important role in the fertilizations. And fallopian tube, so it was mainly divided into three parts. That is the infundibulum. So it is a part near to the ovary. So that part is known as the infundibulum. So regarding its shape, it is look like a funnel shape. So that was attached to the ovaries, and it will be having the special projections. Look, it is made up of the, it is look like a funnel shape with a having a special type of the fibrae. So those are known as the projection, and these fibrae are projections from the infundibulum. So that was helpful for to catch the or to collect the ovum from the ovaries. So this infundibulum, it is made of, it is having the shape like a funnel shape, and it will be having the special type of the projections. So those are known as the fimbrae. So these fimbrae, so they are collect the ovum from the ovaries. So that's why, so this infundibulum parts of the fallopian tubes, so they are play an important role in the fertilization by collecting the ovum or egg from the ovaries. And further, so that ovum enter into the ampulla. It is another parts of the our fallopian tube that was known as the ampulla. Then it is the isthmus. So here the fertilization is occurs. Then this isthmus, it was open into the uterus. So like that, the fallopian tube, it was mainly consist of the three parts, that is the infundibulum, then ampulla, then as well as the isthmus. So next one, so regarding the uterus, so uterus it is a one in number. Okay, like a ovaries and fallopian tubes, they are the two in number, but uterus it is a only one in number, and the uterus is also called as a womb. So this is the structures of the or locations of uterus. So this uterus is also known as the cervical canal. Okay, so uterus it was made up of the three layer, that is the perimetrium, myometrium, so as well as the endometrium. So that is the outer layer. Okay, that is the chocolate in color. So in this image, so that can arises from the fallopian tubes, from the isthmus of the fallopian tubes extended towards the cervix. Okay, so that layer, outer layer of the uterus, so that was known as the perimetrium. So it was made up of the once again tissues. Okay, then the middle part, so that was known as the myometrium. Okay, so it is the middle parts of the layer of the uterus. So this myometrium, it is a thick and it is made up of the smooth muscles. So smooth muscles, so they are responsible for the formations of the myometrium and their contraction. So that was helpful for the parturitions or inductions of the labors. Okay, so then the innermost layer. Okay, okay, this innermost layer, so that was known as a endometrium. That is the inner glandular layer. So this inner glandular layer, it starts from the ear. Okay, once again the isthmus to the, that is the toward the cervix. That is innermost parts. Okay, our innermost the cavity of the uterus. So that part is known as a, that is the endometrium. Okay, so this is the regarding the structures of uterus and components. And uterus, its major function is it is the sites for the gestations or development of the womb or baby. So inside the female body. So next one, that was the ulva. So it is the correct name of the external parts of the female genital. So this ulva, you can see in this typical image. So it includes the gland, glutaries, labia, minor and majors. Okay, so they are involved in the, especially in the generations of the libido or many sexually characters. That is the main role of the ulva. Then also, so this ulva is helpful for opening of urethra into the vagina, and it is consist of the surrounding tissues. So next one, that is the vagina. So a vagina can connect the ulva to the cervix. So then a vagina, so it is a play an important role in the baby exist. So during the birth, and as well as menstrual blood exist during the period. So during the menstrual period, so the menstrual flow, so that can exist from the vagina, and also it can play an important role in the exist of the baby, so during the birth. So these are the organs or associate organs. So there comes under the female reproductive system. So regarding the main hormones, the female reproductive system, it was mainly consist of the estrogen, progesterone, and their level is mainly depending upon the FSH, that is the follicular stimulating hormone, so as well as the LSH. Okay, so estrogen, progesterone, so before the start of the menstrual cycle, they are also present in the girl babe. Okay, so they are secreted from the adrenal cortex. But when the menstrual cycle is started, so after the girl reaches to the puberty, then the site for the synthesis of estrogen and progesterone is a ovary. But during the pregnancy, the fallopian tube is also involved in the secretions of the estrogen and progesterone. So that was helpful for the development of the womb. Even so they are secreted in the only small quantity, but it was definitely, it was helpful for the development of the womb or to maintain the life of the womb. And also the female reproductive system, it consists of the other hormones like inhibin, then as well as relaxins, and the small quantity of the androgen like I think dihydrotestosterone. So that dihydrotestosterone, it was converted into estradiol or estrogen. So that estradiol, it was play an important role in the menstrual flow or regulations of the menstrual cycle. So now we can discuss regarding the puberty. So puberty is the time in a life. Okay. So when the boy or girl becomes a sexually mature. Okay, it is a process, so that usually happens between the 14 to that is sorry 10 to 14 years in the girls, then in the boys that is the 12 to 16 years of the age in the boys. So they are reaches to the puberty, or that is the period of the puberty. A certain process will be taken place, that is the development of the body, change of the voice. So that period, okay, so where the boys and girls they become the sexually mature, so that period is known as the puberty. So it causes physical changes, as well as it can affect the boys and girls differently. Okay, so that is the changes. So that was seen in the puberty is in the pituitary gland. It can start to release of more FSH and LH. Okay, so during the age in the female that is 10 to 14 years, and in the male 12 to 16 years. So on that age in the boys and girls, so this pituitary gland, it was involved in the secretions of more FSH and LH. So before that, the under the influence of the ACTH, so the adrenal glands, so they are involved in the secretions of the androgens and secretions of the estrogens. But when they reaches to the puberty age, so then the pituitary gland secretes more FSH and LH. So they are reaches to the, in female they are ovaries. So in the male, so they are reaches to the testes. Then involved in the synthesis and release of the estrogen progesterones in the female, and testosterones in the male. So like that, so these are the first changes. So that was occurs in the puberty. So under the influence of the estrogen progesterone, the secondary sexual organs can be developed. That is the second phase of the or second changes that was occurs in the puberty. And also there is a development of the secondary sexual characters both in the male and female. So that is the third characteristics of the puberty. First, the pituitary gland, it was involved in the secretions of FSH and LHS. Second, the reproductive organ, so they can start to develop or they become the mature. That is second characteristics of the puberty. And third one is, so that is the development of the body or development of the secondary sexual characters. So that was occurs in the puberty. And also, so in the female, the hair can be grow under the arm. Then also another changes, that is the development of the mammary gland or breast. Then also the enlargement of the uterus. Okay, so the enlargement of uterus, so that is also occurs in the puberty under influence of the estrogen and as well as the progesterone. And also there is a beginning of the menstruations or start of the menstrual flow or menstrual cycle. That was changes will be occurs in the puberty during the female. And also the pubic hair can be growth. So this is the indications of the puberty in the female. So regarding the male, the facial and as well as the underarm hair can be grow. That are indications of the puberty. Then as well as the larynx can be enlarged. So due to that, the voice become the wide in the male. So when they reaches to the puberty in the age of 12 to 16 years, by starting of the secretions of more FSH, LH and testosterone, so the larynx can be enlarged, the voice can be loudness was the increases. That are the indications of the puberty or characteristics of the puberty. Okay, and also the pubic hair can be growth, and also there is a growth of the penis and testes can be started. So in the puberty. So they are maximum reaches. So then they reaches to the up to the 21 years of the age. And also that is the beginning of the ejaculations. So that is another of the characteristic changes. So that was occurs in the puberty, and overall, so the body can be developed in the both female and male, because the both estrogen, testosterone, and progesterone, so they are enhance the protein synthesis. As the protein synthesis increases, then more protein was available, so that was involved in the development of the